At the time of his death, Ingvar Kamprad was one of the wealthiest people to ever live, with a net worth estimated at over $58 billion. But his lifestyle suggested otherwise. He famously flew commercial economy class, frequented cheap restaurants, and was known to haggle over prices at local markets. Despite his immense fortune, he refused to buy a luxury vehicle, choosing instead to drive a boxy, aging blue Volvo for 2 decades. While many saw this as a bizarre character quirk, this refusal to spend money was the precise mechanism Kamprad used to build his empire. His personal frugality served as the literal operating system for IKEA, which would grow into the largest furniture company on the planet. Kamprad was born in 1926 in Småland, a region of Sweden defined at the time by poverty and difficult farming conditions. Growing up here created a biological allergy to wasting money. By age 5, he was buying matches in bulk from Stockholm and selling them individually to his neighbors for a micro-profit. At 17, he used a small cash reward from his father to launch IKEA, and by 1948, he began selling furniture through his mail-order catalog. He quickly recognized a structural flaw in the industry. Traditional furniture was expensive to make and incredibly bulky to ship. The logistics of moving fully assembled pieces meant profit margins were constantly under threat. The industry was essentially paying to transport empty air, a logistical bottleneck of wasted space that Kamprad found intolerable. In 1956, an IKEA employee had to remove the legs from a table just to fit it into the trunk of a car. Kamprad realized that traditional logistics were failing because companies were spending vast sums to move the empty gaps between furniture parts. By shrinking physical volume, you mathematically force shipping costs down, allowing IKEA to offer drastically lower prices. This solved another massive expense. By shipping furniture in pieces, IKEA transferred the labor of final assembly directly onto the consumer. Eliminating that wasted space allowed IKEA to bypass traditional retail limits, enabling mass production to scale across the globe. As IKEA transitioned into massive physical showrooms in the 1960s, Kamprad applied his philosophy of efficiency directly to customer behavior. He designed the stores as a mandatory, winding maze. This ensures that every customer walks past every single product category before reaching the exit. He even integrated restaurants selling cheap Swedish meatballs. This was a calculated financial move. A hungry customer is likely to abandon their cart and leave the store, but a full customer stays longer and is more prone to impulse purchases. The entire IKEA experience is a system designed to extract maximum revenue from every visitor while eliminating wasted customer potential. By the 1970s, Kamprad's focus on efficiency extended to how the company handled its corporate earnings. He established a complex corporate architecture that funneled operations through foundations in the Netherlands, legally minimizing tax obligations. This protected billions of dollars in revenue, which was immediately recycled to fund aggressive international growth. This legal tax shield provided IKEA with a massive reservoir of capital, which they used to outpace and outinvest local competitors in almost every new market. The result is an empire of over 400 stores in 60 countries, serving nearly 800 million customers annually. At its peak, the IKEA catalog was so widely distributed, it became the second most printed publication in the world, surpassed only by the Bible. Despite this global dominance, Kamprad lived simply until his death in 2018. He lived by a single written principle: wasting resources is a mortal sin. There is a certain irony in his success. He didn't invent the furniture store or the retail model. He simply executed a philosophy of total efficiency across every level of his business. He spent his life answering one question: what if great design didn't have to be expensive? His legacy suggests that building an empire doesn't require a brand new invention. It requires finding one clear idea and executing it better than anyone else in the world.